Welcome to the Hub by CMtoday magazine. We focus on the built environment in this space. Our guest for this episode is Pedro Ribeiro, who has recently joined CBRE as their Saudi Arabia country head. Now, CBRE is a global leader in commercial real estate services and investments. So, thank you for talking to us, Mr. Ribeiro. My first question to you is, how would you describe Saudi Arabia's real estate landscape in 2022?
First of all, thank you. It's my great honor representing CBRE to be here today speaking about our operation in the market. Well, the real estate landscape in Saudi Arabia in 2022 so far as having a fragmented performance. Why? Some of the sectors like offices are having a tremendous demand, a lack of supply, and the regions itself, they are performing decently. So cities like Riyadh and Jeddah, they continue to offer a tremendous real estate pipeline, and current projects are being delivered. The rest of the country, not really. And within the Vision 2030, and companies like Seven, like Saudi Downtown, are addressing to those, let's say, opportunities. And we in CBRE, what we do see is a tremendous opportunity for the real estate landscape throughout the kingdom in this kind of secondary and tertiary cities. So, honestly, if you ask me, it's still fragmented, but the forecast looks tremendously positive.
Apart from Riyadh and Jeddah, which other cities are on your radar?
We don't have any kind of distinguished, let's say, focus, either Riyadh or Jeddah. We look to this market as an overall, let's say, market within our, let's say, strategy. CBRE is a global leader, right, in commercial real estate, service and investment. So our service insights and dimension allows us to be looking to the Saudi Arabian market as a whole. Of course, we all know that the developed cities are, Riyadh, are Jeddah, Dammam. We are, focusing, of course, on those cities, but also align with the 2030 vision with the secondary cities, and so we are putting ourselves within the market, fully available to present our service in all the dimension of the landscape of Saudi Arabia. Some of the locations are, let's say, geographically speaking, are challenging. But if you look to the 2030 vision in deepness, you will understand that exactly those are the locations that geographically His Highness Prince bin Salman, the government and the vision wants to enhance and to further develop. So honestly, we are looking to this kingdom as a whole, and we are putting ourselves and our services available through all the geographical landscape of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Now, what would you say are your near-term goals for the KSA in 2023?
Well, Saudi Arabia market, being one of the fastest growing markets in the world, even we did not end 2022 year, but it's forecast to be the economy that will grow the most all over the world, 7.5%. So if you ask me, our, let's say, goal 22-23 is to enhance our growth, is to enhance our service lines throughout this market in a way that we grow as the market is growing. CBRE in the rest of the world is a leading company, and some of the service lines are leading in the biggest markets in the world. So Saudi Arabia is growing tremendously, and the neatness requirement of international companies, professional and track record exists, and we are putting ourselves as a strong option to have a strong role within His Highness Vision 2030 to deliver these giga projects and all related projects, not only with the 2030 vision, but to be part of the development and growth of the whole kingdom as one.
In your analysis of the KSA market, what are your recommendations to clients and colleagues?
It's a very good question because the opportunities exist in the Saudi Arabian market, but it's a market that has its own complexities. So the Saudi real estate market honestly cannot be compared with any other market in the region. And we need, first and foremost, we need all to understand this. But there's no comparison possible with Dubai, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait. No. Once all this vision, once all these projects are delivered, it will be the leading market within the Middle East, right? So, the recommendations and, what we as a company that offers services is that effectively all the let's say, the companies, all the groups, all the projects understands the importance of international companies such as ours, and understanding importance of the strategic and commercial importance of having an international consultant with their expertise, market knowledge, market track record within their own projects. With all the respect, our aim is to enhance our service lines awareness and how we can be an added value for their projects, for their vision, to maximize their income, to make their projects feasible, to make their projects become an added value while compared with the competitors. And this is my, honestly, let's say, the biggest recommendation that I can have towards the clients.
In terms of a strategic view of the country, what would you say are the points of difference for your domestic and foreign clients?
The market regulations and supervision laws that have recently been approved, they improved the business environment, honestly. And that narrows the gap of either domestic or foreign clients. From our point of view, the reforms helped tremendously to attract foreign investment, and we have a record, I believe, 20% increase of the license for foreign companies to be active within the kingdom. This boosts tremendously the private sector and drives the economy, and supports the labor market. The foreign client struggles that were before a reality a couple of years ago have been properly addressed by the government of Saudi Arabia. And honestly, we can only be congratulating His Highness Prince bin Salman, the government, for the visions, for the fast implementation of these changes that bring us close to be operating in Saudi Arabia as we are operating any other international market. So there's an international, let's say, currently market behavior that is narrowing the gap, either if you are addressing or working with a local client or with a foreign one. So the challenge is to attract even more foreign clients in a way that the local clients, the international clients, foreign clients, all together help move and deliver all the projects that are now being done, all the projects that are in the pipeline, and for sure some of the projects that not have yet seen the reality and that will be announced pretty soon.
According to a CBRE report that was released recently for KSA, rental transactions are up while residential volumes are down. Could you explain this trend, and do you expect it to change?
It will change once some of the projects are completed and the quality of the stock of those projects will be ready to be absorbed by the market. What you just described of the transaction volumes being down is because exactly of the lack of good quality stock, and the trend, it will continue until up the competition of the new project. So it's basically to understand, once you don't have a proper offer, you don't have demand. Once you have a high offer, you will have demand. So it's a cycle. Luckily for the Saudi Arabia, within the next years, the cycle will be having to the pipeline, deliver to the market quality stock, which will within the next years change this this trend.
How does climate change and sustainability play a part in your projections for your clients?
It's already a old discussion once you are related with construction, honestly speaking, with development. Saudi Arabia market is no different. So, the institutional grade assets, these ratings that we normally speak when we address such as subjects, they will meet all the environmental requirements for the carbon free, the net zero, and all this. The situation is, meaning the opportunity is to requalify the existing, let's say, buildings, the existing properties in a way that they will be more near what is expected regarding the more, let's say, eco and user-friendly environment speaking, because they are old, and once they were planned and built, they did not have this reality that nowadays we have. So, the sustainability is always, once, if not the beginning of the phases that every project we implement. The climate change is taking in consideration what all over the world is being now, as the governments approve the laws that need to be implemented in such a project. So honestly, as we are developing tremendously such a landscape in the real estate sector as Saudi Arabia, all the new projects, all the new buildings, all the new cities, they will have this into consideration. So sustainability, of course, yes, and of course implementing all these climate changes necessities like the carbon free and net zero. So the future looks very green in Saudi Arabia.
That's a wonderful note to close this on. It was a very insightful conversation and a very revealing one about the KSA market.